Keith's balling back with another video and Ksoo, Jacksonville rapper, man, he's in a lot of trouble right now. And this is some devastating news, man. You know the streets is dead when you got your own father testifying against you. Yes, you heard that correct. A street dude's dad is telling on him, and basically he is ensuring that the prosecution have what they need to give his own son a life sentence in prison. Let's play a little bit of his testimony and then we'll come back with some more information.
And after January 15th, 2020, you became aware of a video recording that captured the murder of Charles McCormick. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you've had an opportunity during the pendency of your case and the discovery to see that recording.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Did you, when you viewed that recording, recognize the person depicted in it?
Yes.
Who is the person that was captured on the video recording shooting Charles McCormick?
My son.
What's your son's name?
Hakeem.
Damn, man. That shit hurt me that he testified against his own son, man. I'm telling y'all, all you young cats, even some of y'all that a little bit older, this street shit, cut it out. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. I'm telling you, it can't end well. It can't. You're gonna get caught. Somebody's gonna tell on you. You're gonna get killed, or you're gonna be in jail. It's no getting away with this street stuff anymore. When your own family members, and not just your family members, your dad, who raised you to basically be a gangster, basically be in the streets and do all this illegal activity. Now he wants to fold. Now he wants to throw y'all under the bus. Both of his sons, actually, because his other son was accomplice to one of these murders as well. And he's telling on him as well. So anyway, let's get into this, y'all. Let's get into this article. Jacksonville Rapper Ksoo's father identifies him as shooter in murder during court testimony. Hakeem Robinson, that's Ksoo, is standing trial for the death of Charles McCormick. His father agreed to testify against him as part of a plea deal and ID'd him as the shooter, which we just heard him do that. Jacksonville rapper Ksoo's father took the stand for the first time in his murder trial on Monday. During the deposition in 2023, after Abdul Robinson Sr. agreed to testify against his son, he identified his son as a killer. The testimony is key to proving the state's case against Ksoo, who is accused of the 2020 murder of Charles McCormick. When Robinson Sr., his dad, was asked if he understood that testifying against his son could result in him facing life in prison, he agreed. This would also be true for his other son, who is accused of being an accomplice in this case. So Robinson Sr., like we said, he took the stand Monday, identified his son as the killer. A video of McCormick being shot to death was captured by a dash camera affixed to a witness's truck, the only video evidence of the crime. The state and Ksoo's defense disagreed that the shooter shown in the video is him. The defense says he is too large and tall to be the man in the video, while the state says he cannot be ruled out. During his deposition, Robinson said his son was shown on the video. How did he know? He summed it up. He knows his kids, and he could just tell. When Robinson Sr., Ksoo's dad, was asked the identity of the man in the video while on the stand on Monday, he hesitated for a long moment. Then he said, "My son." So also Robinson Sr., himself has pleaded guilty to accessory in this case. He said on the stand that he helped Ksoo's co-defendants burn the clothes that they wore during the crime. He has also pled guilty to soliciting a murder where the hitman missed his target and killed a bicyclist on Emerson Road in Jacksonville. Robinson Sr. is testifying as part of a plea deal to receive the reduced sentence in both of these cases. He said on the stand that he agreed to cooperate after he was indicted in the hitman case, and he already knew his son was the suspect at that time. So let's get into why Ksoo's dad is telling. So he told the court he is cooperating so he can be released in time to spend time with his younger children, telling stories about his 8-year-old daughter wanting him to attend a dance and his 6-year-old wanting him to play football together. He also talked about health concerns that he feels may shorten his life, such as diabetes, failing kidneys, and congestive heart failure. During his deposition, he talked about having 10 children, though on Monday he said he had 11. He has only actually lived with 4 of them, he said. 2 of them were his boys, Ksoo and his brother Abdul Robinson Jr., whom he is now testifying against. Robinson Sr. has agreed to a sentence of 76 months, of which he's already served the majority. He could be released within 1 year. So that's his motivation for snitching, y'all. He is justifying it by saying he's got all these health issues. He wants to focus on his younger children. And more importantly, he just wanted a shorter sentence. He wanted to get out of jail. And this is what happens in the streets, y'all. People tell to get themselves out of a jam. When are we going to learn? We don't even need all these high profile cases to learn that this is what goes on in the streets. But since this is playing out in front of everybody, look at it and take notes. All the street dudes right now, I'm just begging you, man. Be smart, bro. Stop looking at your crew around you right now thinking none of them will tell. It's simply not true. Once prosecutors and police and federal agents and all these people get in your face and then they start telling you how much time you could potentially face, life sentences start getting thrown around, 60, 70 years, things like that, people are going to fold. That pressure is something else, man. And they start thinking about it like, yo, you mean all I got to do is say this person did it and you will cut my sentence down and I still be able to live on the outside of jail again? I'll be able to get out of prison and live my life? Man, F that. It's better him than me. And in this situation with Ksoo, he's got a guy, an accomplice in the situation telling, as well as his dad. He's not beating this. Ksoo's not beating this. Because you got to think about it. He's got a whole nother murder charge after this case. This is just getting headlines because his own father is testifying. So that's the big headline going around. But he's got another M charge that he's got to fight. That man will never see the light of day again. And listen, bro, this is heartbreaking, bro. Your own dad. And it's a double-edged sword, right? Because you got to get on the dad for raising his sons to be this way. You raised them to live that street life, to be gangsters, to do all this, and then you want to fold. I can't agree with that because you want to shorten sentence. You want to get out. You know, you doing what's best for you, but that's your own child. You older. You done lived a lot of your life on the streets and you was free. And why are you old still doing street activity? So for you to bury your son like that, you got to get on the dad. You can't just say it's all the son's fault. Yeah, it's the son's fault for doing the crime, obviously. But I believe better parenting could have prevented a lot of this. There's decisions we got to make every day, man. And he made a decision to uplift that gangster stuff, uplift crime, toting guns, shooting people, harming people, taking things from people, being a criminal, when he could have told his son that it's cool to get a job, it's cool to go to school. It's cool to make money. It's cool to stay out of trouble. He could have did all of that, but he didn't. So some of this does go on the father for snitching on his child. You have to cook him for that. All because you want to get out of jail. This is crazy, bro. It's snitches popping out of the woodwork in this case. And, as far as Ksoo, we can't let him off the hook. You on video, bro. They said there was a video attached to a man's truck that caught you. If it wasn't for that video, you probably wouldn't have been caught on camera. But of course, you have to bear some of this blame. You popped out and murdered somebody, bro. And how can you think you're gonna get away with just doing this without no consequences? I know you a shooter. I know you stand on that, and that's what you want to do and what you want to be known as, and you got this reputation. That's all fine, but you gotta know that there's usually cameras around, and there's always gonna be a snitch around. You got to keep in mind, even if it wasn't your accomplice, even if it wasn't your dad, there probably would have been some sort of witness that would have been willing to say something. And then when you doing these shootings, bro, that's a lot of noise, bro. All them gunshots going off, that's loud. And you in a busy business area, in like a shopping plaza type of joint, somebody's gonna hear that and see y'all pulling off, bro. And I usually say, man, if you're gonna do crime, do it alone. I stand on that, although I do not stand on doing crime. I say don't do it at all and just try to live clean as you can. Because all this stuff eventually catches up to you, man. And I just think he did himself in by doing this crime. But when you look years before this came into fruition, you got to look at his dad and how he raised him. His dad ain't have morals. His dad ain't have respect. His dad living by a street code. And he should have known better. That's not the way you want to raise up a child, man. And, I was seeing everybody's comments. I don't know that I could tell on my child. I bring them into this world. I tell them that popping out on ops is cool, knocking people down, shooting at the ops, popping ops, doing all this. I tell them all that is cool. And then when the police press me and I don't want to be in jail no more, I tell so I can get out in exchange for giving my son a life sentence. And I'm getting my other son jail time as well. I don't know if he'll do life, but he's doing some time as well. So this has to be one of the saddest stories that I've heard about. And as you guys can see, he had a deposition in 2023 and he agreed to snitch. And it's now 2025. So that was 2 years ago. He's known he was going to snitch. And now it's just now happening. This is horrible, man. Stay out the streets. It's no love in the streets, bro. Your gang, your people, you kick it with every day. It's no love. When they get jammed, they are willing to turn you in to get a reduced sentence. Nobody wants to be in jail. So if y'all do a crime together and they could snitch first, they're going to do it. They'll probably even lie on you and tell some shit you didn't even do. And what make it so bad, Ksoo dad, he's like, yeah, that's my son. Even though his son is all ski masked up, wearing all black, he like, yeah, I know his body build. That's definitely him. So this is just damning evidence, man. Ksoo, he's buried, bro. He's buried. And it's just sad to see how this is ending. I know this is stemming from a beef between two sides. I seen the video about it on YouTube. You had the Julio Fulio side and the Young and A side. All of us have seen those Jacksonville war stories, but when you really look at the streets at its core, it's no loyalty, it's no love, it's no honor. So why do these guys carry around this code like they don't want to snitch? They gonna be loyal. Why? None of the people you're in that game with is going by them same principles. It's all an act. They're faking. It's not real. Y'all gotta wake the hell up, or y'all gonna keep getting booked in prison, doing these football numbers, doing these life sentences, all because you thought your gang was loyal and you was being dumb thinking you was gonna get away with living a life full of crime, thinking it'll never catch up to you. That's all I got on this one, man. I want to get you guys' thoughts and opinion on this. What do you guys think about Jacksonville rapper Ksoo father snitching and testifying against him to give him a life sentence in prison? What does this tell you about the streets? Y'all let me know, man. Make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate all you guys for checking out the videos, man. And hey, I'm up out of here. Peace.